Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of promo cards that you should consider buying during this dip in the Pokemon market. As we all have seen, a lot of the cards have been crashing. A lot of the sealed have been experiencing a minor pause or slight correction in their growth. Nothing too concerning in my personal opinion. This is not something completely out of the realm. Corrections are always something that are natural for any sort of market. So as we can see over here, I'm going to be taking a look at a couple of promos that I think are really solid in terms of value. A wide variety of values here, so if you're not interested in grabbing something particularly expensive during this time period, there are also like $10 cards that I have featured in this video, which obviously offer far less downside and much more potential for growth. So here we go, let's get into today's video. Starting off at number 1, and I also want to preface this by saying all of these cards are from Scarlet and Violet, and they are all promo cards from Scarlet and Violet. And I think that some of these cards are genuinely unparalleled, compete with the top chases from certain sets, and just can blow some of them out of the water. So here we go, Greninja. I think this one is much better than the Twilight Masquerade Greninja, which I'll put up the price on screen, and you'll see that it is quite an expensive card. But over here we have the promo, and it was going for a solid $66. It was selling at a high of $78 during the past 6 months. And so right now it's come all the way down to $48. I'm not saying buy it this instant, but do try and find a moment when you see either a deal for this card under the market price or some sort of bottoming out of the card, because it's a very beautiful one. I think one that'll stand the test of time, and certainly promos are some of the most proven cards to continuously grow over time, despite having minor corrections here and there. And taking a look at some recent sales, it is still showing a bit of a downward trajectory. We're not seeing some sort of 55 or some 50 plus sale going on over here. Moving on to card number 2, we have the Kingdra. Same promo card like batch. We have the Shrouded Fable special illustration rare collection boxes, and so this is the other promo from those two collections. Both stunning cards, both top tier special illustration rare promos, and we have these exclusively in English, which is very curious. Japanese did not have this card, so either of these cards, so that is a very nice bonus that these cards sort of provide. And as we can see, at a high it was trading for $75. That's higher than the Greninja. Really tremendous stuff, and we're seeing it go for about the same price of the Greninja now, $51 pretty much. Taking a look over the past 6 months, we actually see that there was a sale as high as $103 for this card and as low as $20, because that's where it was. So as we can see right now, it's dropped 16%, so very big drop in the card's value. I think it will continue to drop a bit more. As we can see, we're getting a few sales around there, although there is this one anomaly to keep an eye out for. So, but generally speaking, it looks like the card is still headed down, but might be in for a bit of a flattening, just like the Greninja. So it's important to keep an eye on that. See if you can grab a deal for this card, because this is another tremendous one. Moving on to a little bit cheaper than these previous two cards, we have the Charmander from Obsidian Flames, the non-Pokemon Center promo. The Pokemon Center promo is very expensive, very volatile, so I'm not really here to suggest grabbing any Pokemon Center promos at this very moment. This one is the exact same card without the stamp, tremendous artwork, and as we can see, it's dropped from $42.97 down to $32.27, so almost halving in price. Over the past 3 months, the high sale was at $64, and if we take a look at near mint sales recently, we see that it's hovering around this price point, even got one much lower than the current market value, so that's great to see. Next up, we have the 151 Ultra Premium Collection promo card, one among 3 promo cards that were featured in that particular box. As we switch to the near mint graph here, we can see this card too has had a pretty big roller coaster ride down, but again, much higher than it was 6 months ago. But as we can see, it was going for $41, traded at a high of $55, and is now going for $28.99. And in terms of recent sales, it seems to be around this price point. So it is curious to see a lot of these cards are sort of flattening out. This one, in fact, actually growing a little bit. So it is interesting that we're seeing this little flattening out over here near the bottom in the past month. So it might be that these cards are in for another ride up. We will have to see. There's nothing that's really predictable in this market right now. But as we can see, very detailed card, extremely beautiful. You can literally see the individual apartment pixeled into this artwork. It's a really stunning card, and I do really think that this is one of the best promos. Next up, we have an Iono full art from the tournament collection that came out a year or two ago. I believe it's 2 years now, but this is a really, really unique promo card because of one specific reason. It's a full art card, but has the special illustration, rare shimmer, and overall texture. So it's a really unique card. And I do think that it is a fun addition to anybody's trainer binder, and it's a very vibrant card, and I really love that texture going on for this. It was going for about $20, came all the way down to $16 now. It did trade at a high of $28 over the past 3 months, and taking a look at recent sales, we see that the card is pretty much flattened out again. It's not really showing signs for a further drop, but just curious to see with all of these cards. But going on to the third last card, and one of my favorite promos from Scarlet and Violet for sure. I think this might be my favorite ETB promo alongside the Charmander. It is just really, really beautiful. And this was, funny enough, the second ETB promo to come up because it was from Paldea Evolved. And the Charmander was from Obsidian, the third set. So it's really interesting that they had some of the best promos so early on in the generation. But yeah, taking a look at this card, $20 at its high, pretty much, and came down to $11.32. But uniquely, this card, unlike many others, has almost reached its bottom 6 months ago. So it is really, really trading at a good price point right now in the market, secondary market overall. And taking a look specifically at the near mints, we do have a couple trading for less than the market value. So this one, unlike the previous ones, does seem to continuously be going down still. Next, we have the Prismatic Evolutions Eevee promo. This is another really, really good one. A very solid Pokemon. Eevee, of course, and we have really cute accessories here. Eevee picture. We have a little plushies over here. Overall, it's pretty nice and cute. Very fitting for Eevee. This card was valued at around $14 and is now down to $9.21. We do have on sale here going for below, but does seem to be flattening out as well, as we can tell by this little blip over here in terms of the market graph. Next up, we have the Pikachu from Scarlet and Violet, the treasure chest or treasure collection. It would fold out into a 3-layered box. It was quite unique in terms of that, but it was also a really, really stunning card. Very vibrant Pikachu, of course, and I always love it when there are Pokemon in the background for any card. Just gives a little extra detailing that makes it fun to observe and just have in your collection. But yeah, as we can see, this card was going for $21 and it's fallen down to $10 over here. 6 months. It is almost getting close to that 6-month low. As we can see, this card was selling at a high of $29.97, so pretty much $30. Now we can see that the lowest sales are below $10, which is fantastic. So there we have it, 7 cards from Scarlet and Violet, promo cards in particular, that you can consider adding to your collection during this little downward trajectory in the Pokemon market. Let me know in the comments down below what cards you are currently acquiring, or if you've completely brought your singles acquisition to a halt right now, which I personally had done up to this point. Right now I am considering getting a few more of these promo cards that I've shown in the video, but that will do it. As I said, have a wonderful day and I'll catch you all in the next one.